your American people cannot keep on fighting arms for us in the Libya. So we will destroy Muammar Gaddafi. I have nothing else to say. Wallah Akbar. Wallah Akbar. Wallah Akbar.
All right, I think that's about it for Mahmoud. Get him off, engineer. Get him off! Jesus Christ. Well, you heard it. You know, I mean, the Libyan rebels don't want us to stop, all right? They don't want us to stop. They want us to continue to fund them. They want us to continue to give them weapons, you know, and they want us to continue to do it for an Allah Akbar, you know? Isn't that great, huh? That's just great, isn't it? They want us to do it for an Allah Akbar. That's just great. Jesus Christ. What a waste of American tax-paying money and a waste of American military artillery. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to talk about it. What else are we going to talk? What else do we got on the agenda, engineer? What else do we got? We got Syria, all right? Syria criticizes the United States, you know, after the embassy attacks, it's ratcheting up even more tension amongst the protesters already there in Syria. Let me tell you, you know, for you folks that were unaware of the reporting that we did yesterday, we reported that there were attacks on the American and French embassies in Syria, and they were basically put there by Bashar al-Assad. Orchestrated, planned by Bashar al-Assad in hopes of, providing some kind of revolutionary spirit towards his direction and some type of legitimacy towards his rule. But according to Hillary Clinton today and according to others that have visited the region and observed what's going on in Syria, they don't believe that Bashar al-Assad has any legitimacy with his country. I mean, what does that have to take? How many thousands of people have to die before people in the international community realize that these people in Syria do not want Bashar al-Assad dictating their everyday lives, all right? I mean, do we not remember that Bashar al-Assad got given this country of Syria by his daddy? You know, by his daddy. And now the people are just getting tired. They're getting tired of him. They're like, look, we want to get this stupid dictator scumbag out of here, and we want our vote to count. And that's what all this Syrian unrest is about. And that's why I've given so much attention towards the Syrian cause, because all they're doing is going out in the streets protesting. There are no arms being taken by the Syrian protesters. There is no civil unrest taken by the Syrian protesters. They're just out there protesting. They want their vote counted. They're out there dying and fighting for what these fat, bloated, tubber-large scumbags in America are using and abusing, for Christ's sake. I mean, they're dying for it out there in Syria. They're dying for it. And it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. I want to hear from you. What do you got to say about this? Let's take some more callers. Hopefully, the callers that we take have not only just some insight, but some kind of opinion on the subject matter that we're putting forth at hand here today. 334, you're on the horn. What's up?
Good day, Ghost.
How's it going?
Not bad, but I just got a question for you.
What's that?
You say that you are a melting pot of friendship, correct?
You're damn right I'm a melting pot of friendship. I have friends of all races, all colors, all genders, you know, all sexual persuasions.
Good. Why is it you hate the bronies so much?
Why do I hate the bronies? I don't hate the bronies. Let me tell you something about the bronies, all right? Let me give you a little, let me tell you something, all right? You cannot compare the bronies to any of these other groups that I just mentioned previous. You want to know why? Because the bronies are nothing more than over-feminine jerkasses that obviously did not have enough red meat in their diet while Mammy was bringing them up through childhood, all right? Now they've got feminine physical attributes, they've got feminine voices, feminine vernacular, and they have been rejected by every social group in America. rejected by them all. So what's unfortunate is that the human response is, if it's been rejected by so many people, it starts to interpret this rejection as a positive as opposed to a negative. Yeah. So the bronies, I mean, they got together behind some stupid pseudo-pedophile, shocking type of premise, and that's what gets these stupid little over-feminine jerk dicks off, you know? They get off on the fact that they're getting a shocking response from assholes that they wouldn't even get a second look from because they're insignificant waste of human life. And that is my particular criticism towards the bronies, all right? And I think that's a very good criticism. Now, what do you have to say about it?
They make up a large percent of the military force fighting for our freedom.
Oh, yeah, right. Shut up. Get him off, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. If there was any bronies out there in the damn military, they'd get a blanket party before they said, "My little pony, my little pony." I mean, it's the bottom line, all right? I mean, that's why bronies are the way they are. They've been, rejected by every social group. So they come together behind this pseudo-pedophile type shocking premise so that it gives them some sort of self-worth, And as a matter of fact, whenever I give them negative responses, whenever I call them freaks and fruit bowls and idiots, it actually gives them a little chubby in their pants, because this is all these people live for. I mean, they have no other outlet to show significance or recognition or any kind of gratification in life. And that's a fact, all right? That's all there is. It's a fact. Anyway, we talked a little bit about Syria. I want to talk about, since we're talking about bronies and since we're talking about the youth of America today, I want to talk about an article that came out today that, has serious implications from what I have been always saying about single mothers, all right? Now, I know that people think that I'm being sexist in this regard, but I'm not. And the reason is, folks, is because I'm going to put it like this, and this is what I believe, and if you think I'm sexist, well, hey, tough titty, all right? But if you're a woman, and we live in a day and age where you have to consensually allow a man to penetrate your body, that means that you have to willingly drop trowel, all right, and allow a man to, insert his old one eye into your meat wallet, if you understand what I'm saying. You have to be willing participants, all right? If you're not willing participants, then it's rape. And then, if somebody, penetrates you unwillingly, well, then that man goes to jail, rightfully so. It's rape, okay? So just by that definition, that means that the women have the complete and total control as it relates to the encounter of sexual relations. They have complete and total control, all right? And when they lose control, by the definition of law, that means they are raped and men go to prison, all right? Or vice versa. So what I'm saying is that I don't see it fair at all that 90% of the goddamn cases that go to family court, even if the goddamn mother is a known prostitute, they will still give the mother the custody of the children. And the court will look upon the prostitution charge as, she was just trying to figure out a way to feed her kids. Just as long as the prostitution wasn't in the vicinity of the children, that's okay. Now, it makes me sick to my stomach to know that these women get, the children 90% of the time, okay? And then what happens? Well, then they realize that they can start baby making and turning it into big business. And not only do they not have to work anymore because they can collect government entitlements once they start having more than 2 kids and they're single, but they can play the child support lottery system. They can go to these nonprofit organizations, get free food. I mean, some of these churches nowadays are actually paying rent. They're actually paying rent. Some of these churches are paying rent to these single mothers that, you're falling on bad times, baby. We'll pay your rent. Come on over here to the church, baby. We'll make you see the light. And they're doing all this nonsense. Well, what happens to the kids? What happens to the kids in this situation? I'm telling you what happens to the kids. They get dumped off on an illegal alien child care provider, all right? Or in front of some boob tube or a violent video game. And this is what's raising our children. And where's Mammy? Where's Mammy when the kids are home alone? Where's Mammy when the kids are, out there during those prime hours of mischief between 4 to 8 p.m. during the week? Where's Mammy? She's out at happy hour trying to get Alabama black snake by the nearest ethnic minority that'll look at her cockeyed after a few drinks, for Christ's sake. And if you don't believe me, all right, take a look at this latest statistic that has come out today. I mean, good God, a U.S. study finds that sexually transmitted disease rates are twice as higher in women over 40 years old, huh? Okay. 40, did everybody hear that correctly? Mammy, all right? Mammy has herpes, all right? That means Mammy has genital warts, all right? Mammy could have that super gonorrhea that we were talking about yesterday that's resistant towards antibiotics, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. I mean, twice as higher in women over 40, twice as higher in women over 40, for Christ's sake, Jesus Christ. And, that's why every time I hear this reference to, I'm a cougar. I'm a cougar, and I can do this, and it's woman power. And what's happening to the children? The children are the same young people that are calling my show and can't concoct a complete sentence or an original thought of their own. And the reason is because Mammy is out there at happy hour trying to get the high hardwood from some ethnic minority that'll give her the horizontal lambada. Meanwhile, her kid is being left behind in some goddamn confused world of stupid space cadet crap. And these statistics prove it. All right? These statistics prove that Mammy, single mothers, dirty dish rag whore single mothers are not raising their children. They're not. All right? They're dumping them off, and, they're going out, and they're hopping on from penis to penis to penis. All right? Penis to penis to penis, and they're getting STDs, They're getting the herpes, they're getting the clap. They're getting all those disgusting diseases, for Christ's sake. So if you happen to be a young man, because I know that there's a lot of young gentlemen that aren't getting laid because most of the young women are going after these old prostate-infected windbags for the money purposes. Before you stick your ding-a-ling in an old 40-year-old Cougar looking like veal cutlet Parmesan meat wallet, before you start doing the wild thing with somebody that could be your mother, think twice, because that dirty hole is at least 40-plus years worth of, penis pumping, I mean, that particular uterus pipe has been used many a time to ejaculate, a couple of one-eyes, if you understand what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Hey, this is the new America, Cougars, huh? How you like cougaring it? Mom has got herpes now, huh? Thanks a lot, Ma. Thanks a lot, Ma. Thanks a lot for divorcing Dad, and you're going out there getting the herpes, for Christ's sake. Don't cook my food anymore, Ma. Don't make me any more tossed salad either. Getting the herpes. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call, for Christ's sake. Area code 267, you're on the air. What's going on? Yeah, I know. I wouldn't say anything either, for Christ's sake. That's probably a child of a single parent, and it's just coming to his mind right now that, oh, my God, Ghost is right. While Mom left me there, while I was home alone, watching old episodes of Silver Spoons,
when I was watching old episodes in syndication of Benson. I was out there home alone. My mother was out there getting a high hard one.